Hey Sagittarius, your May tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your main theme for May, whoopsie, fix that. Your main theme for May is speed and it says movement. And then your affirmation to go with it, it says appreciate. Be thankful for something that didn't happen today. I never thought about it that way, but when you're doing your gratitude list, if there's just nothing, you can always try going that route. But what these mean for the month is it's all about your pace. Now, while on its face, I feel like this card looks like it's encouraging high velocity, but the guidebook actually talks about going so fast that you could be missing something. And with an affirmation like this, it's possible that you're missing out on some of the good and some of the sweetness in your life. Another thing coming through with this combination is divine timing and how you might feel like things should be going faster, but the pace that might feel too slow for you, it could actually be protecting you in some way, preventing something from being harvested prematurely or putting you in the wrong place at the wrong time. So for advice on adjusting your pace, you have the sun. Okay. So there's something here about basking. When I think of the sun, I think basking in it. Summer pace, savoring moments of joy, highlighting those moments of joy. It's a very happy card. It's a very light energy. It's also a card of enlightenment. And when I think of enlightenment, I think about Zen, the now, the present. And so it might not be saying to speed up or slow down per se, especially since, it's a general reading, so that would vary. But adjust your pace so that you are being present. Like, life is going to go by fast no matter what. Whatever pace you set for yourself, it's always going to feel like it's going too fast. So what changes could you make to see that you are actually getting every moment that you're given? I'm also hearing, are you making the best use of your day? The best use of the daylight? Are you wasting daylight? And the sun card is also... it's a card of illumination, and one of the properties of light is speed, and so it's making me think of this kind of blurry girl. And do you need to go at a pace that allows for more clarity? Because like when a photo does something like this, it could be because there's not enough light. So for where you will see the most change in May, you have the Five of Pentacles. So this type of energy has come up for most everybody. It's not just you. I'm a little bit over halfway through the signs, and there is I'm noticing a recurring theme. But it's changes in how much you're working with resource-wise, and maybe having to make what you have materially go a little bit further and stretch a little further. All the more reason, though, to slow down and savor the sweet things in life that maybe don't cost money. So it could look like hours being cut at work, sales slowing down your business, investments not doing great, or it could be having less time. Just remember that this is a monthly reading. It's temporary. It's not the tower or anything. So what will be your biggest obstacle? You have the High Priestess. So your intuition, not listening to your intuition. Hang on, I'm very picky about where the cards go. It could be whether that's hearing it but disregarding it, or it could be like moving so fast that you're missing out on what it's trying to communicate. That's another good reason to pay attention to your pace. Are you able to receive the messages from your gut instinct, or have you already acted before you're like, oh, I knew I was supposed to do something different, but you were ahead of it? So for others of you, having the High Priestess as an obstacle, it can be your intuition screaming at you and you not liking what it's saying. So it's like a cognitive dissonance where the answer you want and the answer that you know deep down, they're not the same. Lastly, I would say that it could be confusing, the pattern of confusing intuition with fear or ego. So you might benefit from developing like a litmus test for discerning intuition from all the other little voices that try to tell us what to do. So for the best thing about the month, you have the Queen of Swords reversed. That's interesting. So whenever I see a king or queen in reverse, I think of a loss of influence or a loss of power. So for that being a good thing, that's going to be someone else's power over you. Yeah, in this context, I'm sometimes these go either way, whether it's you or another person. But in this context, I'm going to read it as being a person outside of you who is losing some of their power over you. For most of you, it can be someone with not a lot of empathy leaving your orbit, or someone taking their harsh words or gossip elsewhere. But if it does represent an aspect of yourself, then it can be you removing power from your inner critic and standing up for the parts, standing up for your heart against the parts of your mind that do try to bully or steamroll your heart and intuition. Like you're the mind talking over your intuition. So for your influence and impact on others, you have the Ten of Swords reversed. So there is something potentially very healing about your energy if you can allow it to flow. Because there's like a wound tending feeling. I'm getting to this. It's like a medic almost, but for minds. Some of you could be holding up a mirror to other people's resistance to change and their ways of clinging to the past. And I'm not going to lie, I see the potential for rebound relationships here, so be watchful of others that are coming in a little bit too eager. Some people could see, like by coming into contact with your energy, that they have been suffering needlessly and prolonging it, and then choose to let something go. I'm really not sure how. Like, I'm not getting really literal scenarios. It could be by teaching. It could be by your example. It could be by holding space. Like you could be using your experience to help others that are breaking similar cycles to the ones you've had to break free from. So for what opportunities you should be looking for, you have the Magician. So you're creating your own opportunities this month. You're not waiting. You're not standing by passively. I love this because they're saying it's not a time to sit back and watch for opportunities or reframe things as opportunities, but to craft them yourself out of whatever shoestrings and bubblegum you got, like MacGyver. I feel like with that Five of Pentacles, things could be less convenient than they usually are this month. You might have less to spend on like someone bringing you your food or certain little things that grease the wheels, which could kind of make you have to get off of autopilot and take stock of what you're working with and strategize with a new list of assets, which it reminds me of the Princess Bride. They have to storm the castle. They're like, what do we have? We got brains, strength, and steel. Well, if only we had a wheelbarrow. Like, oh wait, we do. Anyway, sorry, tangent. So for where you will find the most support, stay on task. The Ten of Wands reversed. So this is another one that's coming out very meta and putting it back on you. This is more like, instead of seeking support, just put some of it down. I'm hearing that it's okay if you don't accomplish every single thing this month. There's something that can be put off till later. There's something else that can be delegated. Something might not be necessary or even relevant anymore. But you would have to take the time to look at each thing one by one and basically Marie Kondo your projects and ambitions and be a little bit brutal with it. And obviously there are things that are necessary that you have to do, like absolute commitments and obligations. But I feel like this is pointing out that there are things on there that are choices, and choices you could unchoose. So for your self-care directive, you have the Knight of Pentacles. What a perfectly neat and tidy bow to put on this, I swear. This is why I love what I do. The Knight of Pentacles is the slow and steady wins the race card. In the story of the tortoise and the hare, the Knight of Pentacles is the tortoise who takes his sweet ass time, but he's the one that gets there. So that's one way that you can lighten that Ten of Wands load for yourself, is to break it up into more manageable pieces. Smaller tasks to complete every single day. This can also indicate like a new health habit, a new financial habit. It could be a new way of saving money, like in small, consistent amounts, like the old change jar, piggy bank style, or like setting an attainable daily steps goal, or just whatever. The habits that you create under Knight of Pentacles energy can last lifelong. And what they do is they build sustainable structures in your life that can stand up to anything, because they weren't thrown together willy-nilly. It's the difference between the third little pig with the brick house versus the first one with the straw house. Okay. So it's not pointing to any specific change. It's going to be different for everyone. Just that you invest a little bit in it every single day without fail. It's something manageable. It's the whole, okay, you don't have to take 10,000 steps. You have to take one step 1,000 times. All right, Sagittarius, much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.